Okay. So this is a time where we're just going to do a little meditation here. Just center down. Take a deep breath. Breathe in that breath of God. And just be focused here and now in this very present moment. Anything that has gone before, let it be. Let it drop to your feet. Any cares and concerns, they're there for you to pick up if you need them when you go. But just for right now, in this very moment, just breathe in and breathe out. Focus your attention on that breath. Feel the air tickle your nostrils. Filling your lungs all the way down to your belly. And just release through your mouth. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth when you release. Release slowly and just relax. And again, breathe in. And breathe out. And just let your breath become normalized. And for this moment in time, just focus on peace. Contemplate what that means for you. What that means for your family. What that means for this center, for our community, for our nation, for the world. Just envision peace permeating every heart. Just dwell in that. And in this place of peace, feel the love that is God welling up in your heart. And feel it travel throughout your body. Realigning everything with the vibration that is God. Healing anything that is not in accord. And feel it surround you and expand and expand. There is so much love to go around. Just let it expand out, filling the center, so that all that enter feel the love and feel the peace. And let it continue to expand into our community of Redlands as a welcoming beacon to everyone, knowing they will find love and peace and acceptance here. And let it continue to expand. It's unlimited as it expands out across the state, across the nation, to all of our leaders, so that when they're making decisions, it comes from that place of love and peace. What a world would that be? And let it continue to expand into the hearts of the Russian people and leaders, into the courage of the Ukrainian people, and all of Europe, and all of Asia, the entire planet. You see it encased in love and peace, knowing that that vibration is vibrating out into the universe. And again, welcoming all who seek love and peace. And now bring your focus back into the center, into the room, and touch that place within where you know that you are connected to the divine. And just say thank you. Feel the gratitude. The gratitude for the life we've been given. The gratitude for the love in our life. And just dwell in that place of thanksgiving for a moment. And now just bring your attention back into this very spot where you are. Feel your feet on the floor and feel the chair that's supporting you. Wiggle your hands and your toes. And just let this love and this peace carry you through this day. So ever grateful and thankful, and just let it be. Let it be.
Thank you, Frankie. That was nice. We come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof with shouts of praise, Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm sacred. We declare that peace is here. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise, Spirit's in this place. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise, Spirit's in this place. That guy.
Thank you and good morning, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Redlands, California. My name is Holly. Our center and spiritual home is an open and inclusive community honoring all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. If you are here with us for the very first time, please raise your hand and let us wave and properly greet you. Okay. A gentle reminder to silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate more fully. We are so happy to have you with us for our service today, and we are grateful for your presence. And now our centering music performed by a very talented Al Yee.
Today is all about peace. And one thing we know about peace is that you can't make it happen. You have to surrender to it. I surrender. I trust. And I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust, and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love.
Thank you, Al. Oh, beautiful. I'm Frankie Jones. I'm a lay practitioner here and the board clerk. Our wisdom reading for today comes from our Science of Mind textbook. I believe the beginning of the book, right? The opening prayer by Ernest Holmes. Peace be unto thee, stranger. Peace be unto thee, stranger. Enter, and be not afraid. I have left the gate open, and thou art welcome to my home. There is room in my house for all. I have swept the hearth and lighted the fire. The room is warm and cheerful, and you will find comfort and rest within. The table is laid, and the fruits of life are spread before thee. The wine is here also. It sparkles in the light. I have set a chair for you where the sunbeams dance through the shade. Sit and rest and refresh your soul. Eat of the fruit, drink of the wine. All is yours, and you are welcome. Peace, the companion of love. Philip Brooks says that peace is the entire harmony between nature, the nature and anything, the nature of anything, and its circumference. When we become conscious of our existence as an idea in the mind of God, we shall find that we are walking in pathways of peace. That something within us acts like a magnet to interact that which belongs to itself. This something is love, the supreme impulsion of the universe. And now I invite you to close your outer eyes if you choose, and set that focus within, where we know that we are connected one with each other, that there truly is only one power, one presence, one divine intelligent energy that vibrates through all existence and through all creation. And we are one with it and one with each other. And in this oneness, we've been given the gift of our word and our thought. So with this power, I speak my word here for this center, for everyone within, and for everyone who's online. This is a place of love, and this is a place of peace. I declare it so. And I just bless everyone who takes part in this service this morning. I bless Sonja and the message that she brings as she speaks the word of God that work their way through her into our center here. There's a message for each and every one of us. So let us open our minds and our hearts to receive. I bless David, our IT genius. I bless Al and the beautiful music that he brings that nourishes our soul. And I bless the ushers and the greeters, those that have brought snacks for us to nosh on. Everyone who makes this place such a welcome haven of love and peace. And I just declare it good and very good. And with a grateful heart, I release these words knowing all is well. All is right, and it is so. And if you agree with me, we'll say, and so it is.
Thank you again, Frank. Thank you again. I'd like to give you a little gift this morning. When you're feeling stressed out, like things things are just not happening the way you think they ought to be happening, don't take it out on yourself. Just relax and tell yourself this: be at peace. 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 When your path seems filled with obstacles, when your days seem filled with pain, when it seems that no one's listening to you, when your mission seems impossible, when you're blown by winds of change, let that small inner voice come through. Be at peace, you're all right, you're just fine, you are perfect, you're divine. Be at peace, you're all thoughts, you're all things, you're the universal mind. Be at peace, you're the spirit of an eagle, you're the sighing of a dove. Be at peace, at the center of creation, in everlasting love. Other people seem insensitive with their words and attitudes, giving voice to things that you just can't believe. But imagine for a moment that you're walking in their shoes. Bless their path, call it good, let them be. They're all right, they're just fine, they are perfect, they're divine. Be at peace, they're all thoughts, they're all things, the universal mind. Be at peace, they're the spirit of an eagle, they're the sighing of a dove. Be at peace, the center of creation, in everlasting love. In the humdrum tumble jumbling of our dizzy busy days, we experience anxieties and doubts. Will they see my imperfections? Will they think that I'm okay? Don't despair, breathe in, breathe out, and say to yourself, be at peace, I'm all right, I'm just fine, I am perfect, I'm divine. Be at peace, I'm all thoughts, I'm all things, I'm the universal mind. Be at peace, I'm the spirit of an eagle, I'm the sighing of a dove. Be at peace, at the center of creation, in everlasting love. In everlasting love.
Beautiful, beautiful. There's nothing more to say. Be at peace. Thank you, Al. Well, good morning, everyone. Such a beautiful song, Be at Peace. So today we're talking about emotions again. And as you know, I'm Sonja Prince, your spiritual director. And as you know that Centers for Spiritual Living has a yearly theme, and that theme this year is Living Everyday Wonder, and it reminds us to be in awe of the things that we see and our experiences as we look at the blade of grass, the beauty of the flower, the magnificence of the mountains. We are to be at awe. We are to be at awe in our own lives too, the birthing of a baby, something new. And even those mundane, ordinary things that were created, we should be in awe of those because they make our lives so much better, so much easier. So today, we're talking about emotions, and we've been talking about emotions all month long. Then we started off with the spice rack and all the different spices, and those are emotions that make up who we are, those beautiful emotions that are the recipe of who you are. And so not to suppress those, but to bring them out, use them, get to know them, and use them in a positive way. So what we have come to understand as spiritual beings having a human experience is that we have a variety, like I said, of emotions: joy, sadness, happiness, and anger. And these emotions can outpicture in several ways in our lives. So today, the talk title is Looking Anger in the Eye and Finding the Peace that Passes Understanding. So if we look at anger as a spice, it would be red. It would be red, and it would be sitting on our spice rack. It would be, and this is how we express that anger is red. It comes out red. So anger is an intense emotion you feel when something has gone wrong, or you feel someone has done you wrong. That's just, that first kingdom consciousness. Things are happening to you or to us. It is typically characterized by stress, frustration, irritation. So everyone feels anger, may experience anger from time to time, and that's perfectly normal. It's a perfectly normal response to frustration or difficult situations. So I looked it up, and there's 3 types of anger. There is passive aggressive, there is open aggressive, and assertive anger. So the assertive one is the healthy one. It allows us to express our anger in a controlled manner. That's the assertive one. In a controlled manner, and then we can find calm in that, and we can diffuse situations. And then there's openly aggressive anger, and this type may be accompanied by physical or verbal aggression. We don't want that. And then there's a nonverbal one too. So there's a verbal and nonverbal one. And so the nonverbal is, we can see it in our physical body. Like if you're angry, you might go. Or you can feel a shift. Maybe you're speaking with someone and, you're just going along and you can feel an energy shift. And you're like, oh, that person might be angry. So we may experience things in our body like a raise of blood pressure, spikes in our hormones. And if you know me, I feel it it just kind of comes up and radiates in me. And I can imagine if my skin was any lighter, I'd be beet red, like a cherry. So that's how I experience it. So anger can trigger us to lose our patience and feelings. It can just just have us to just explode. So we have to temper those. I'm reminded when I talk about anger and I talk about how it can trigger, I'm reminded of when I was young and I used to watch cartoons on television, and you see Popeye and Brutus. And, and then Popeye, he eats his spinach and he gets these big muscles and bam, he's punching Brutus and knocking him far away. Or like the Tasmanian devil, and so he's, spinning his little dust all over the place in his anger. And so all those cartoons, I was thinking this morning, wow, they were violent. They were pretty violent. And so that was a way in the cartoons of the expression of anger. We saw it so vividly. But of course, we can't go around Tasmanian deviling everybody or throwing up our anger on everybody. So we must learn how to temper it and how to control it. So anger becomes a problem when it's excessively displayed and it begins to affect your daily life and your daily functioning. And anger can range from intensity, from a slight annoyance, to all the way up to rage. Anger can cause us to be like a hurricane, like that little Tasmanian devil hurricane. But what we know about hurricanes and storms, that there's an eye of the storm, and in the middle of that is peace and calm. Peace and calm. So we might be looking at, I've never lived in a place where we had tornadoes. We had, what do we have there? We had like storms, tropical storms and things like that. But like in Kansas, when I think about the Wizard of Oz and I think about, what was that? That was a tornado? That was a tornado that picked the house up and dropped it on somebody's sister. So we can't go around dropping our anger on somebody's sister or anybody for that matter. So, so there is calm in the midst of turbulence. And that's where, in the eye of the storm, in that peace and that calm, is where we find God. So I'm reminded, I was speaking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about this idea of anger. And she was telling me, which was amazing, she was about 10 years old. And she could find herself getting angry all the time. And she just really didn't know where her anger was really coming from, the root of it. But she has the wisdom at 10 years old. She told me she took her anger to a tea party. I thought, amazing. She said that she packed up her little teapots and, cups and saucers, and she took them outside and she took them in the backyard, and she had a nice big blanket. And she sat down on a blanket, she poured herself tea, and she began to go within at 10 years old and speak to her anger. And that's what I feel like we need to do. We need to speak to our anger to find out what the root of it is. And it's only when we do that that we can move from a place of anger to that peace of calm. When we go within, we find that God within, we do our work is what we're doing. We're doing our work to find out what those triggers are and why are they there and who put them there. Well, you put them there, or I put them there. And so we get to explore. We get to explore ourselves. So anger can be a good thing. It can give us a way to express our negative. It gives us a way to express our negative feelings. And for example, it can motivate us to find a solution to a problem or problems, like my friend and her tea party, her anger tea party. So in other words, we have the opportunity to lean into learning from the emotion of anger and develop or find a way to create balance in our life. When it comes to anger, we don't want to stuff it down and pretend that we don't get angry. Like so many of us was told And I don't know if you were told this, and I wasn't necessarily told this, but I know race consciousness told the male gender to don't show your emotions. So that was a stuff. There's a commercial actually on television about, it's not about mindfulness, but I think it's about mental health, where this guy's at the gym and and he has this weights on him, and the other guy walks over and he says, "Can I help you? Just let me help you." And he said, "No, I'm okay. I'm okay." And he said, No, let me help you. If you need help, I'm here to help you." He said, "You don't know my family." And so there's this idea that we can't show our emotions, that we have to stuff it down. And then for the females, I think we were told, I wasn't really told this, but I remember the saying, we're sugar and spice and everything nice. So what does that mean? That means that I don't have the right to show my emotions because I need to be sugar and spice and everything nice. Well, maybe the spice part. But it's everything nice. So the spice that I have to display as a female is niceness all the time. I'm so nice. I'm so happy. Well, that is not who we might be. You know, we experience anger, we experience sadness, we experience a number of things. That whole category of spices is who I am. So when I stuff it down and I don't bring it out, it shows up in my body as dis-ease, discomfort. You know, things start aching and breaking and, you start wearing it on yourself. So we need to be able to have an outlet for that. And so that's when we go within and do our work. And we can also seek professional help if we need that. We can also seek a practitioner or a minister to help us through those times where we can't see ourselves out of it. Some other things that we can do is go in nature. All that yummy chlorophyll. I have a friend that tells me all the time, go in nature. She's just saying it because she's saying it's an opportunity, all that greenness out there. You can't help but get into a better mood when you go out in nature. Right, Eileen? Because she's the one that always says, go in nature. Go in nature. So I'm going to quote you on that, Eileen. All right. So the science of mind, Ernest Holmes says, we believe the ultimate goal of life is to be complete freedom from discord of every nature, and this goal is sure to be attained by all. But we cannot get there until we do our work. We cannot get there until we do our work, our spiritual work. And in most major religions, they support that. You have to do your work. So in Science of Mind, we believe that the secret to living a successful life is to consciously choose positive and productive thoughts. Put in another way, as you think, so you become. So I don't know about you, but I want to think positive, but I don't want to spiritual bypass my emotions. I want to deal with them. I want to bring them up. I want to do my work, but then I want to move myself into a place of peace, of calm. So I have a story for you. The story is, imagine, this is a story that came from Home Office, and it says, imagine that you're walking on the sidewalk and you have a bag of groceries and you're just walking on your merry way. Maybe you're trying to get to your car, but you have an arm full of groceries, and then someone roughly bumps you, and then the big spill. You fall down, your groceries are everywhere, all over the ground, and you rise up in a puddle of broken eggs, tomato juice, and you shout out. You're ready to shout out, you idiot. What's wrong with you? Didn't you see me there? Are you blind or something? But then you notice the person is also on the ground, scrambling to find his or hers items that also took a spill. And then you notice the person that bumped into you is actually blind. He too is sprawled and spilled all over the place. And what happens to your anger? It vanishes. And in an instant, you replace it with sympathetic thoughts like, are you hurt? Can I help you up? Our situations is like this. We can clearly realize that the source of disharmony and misery in the world is ignorance. He was ignorant, that person was ignorant that the other person was blind. And sometimes we can get caught up with someone cutting us off, in the car, and, we don't know where they're rushing off to. Some time ago there was this story that, this person was speeding, and the police was behind them, but they didn't stop. They drove all the way to the hospital because the wife was in the back seat about to have a baby. So you never know what's going on. Maybe someone got a phone call that they had to rush to their kid's school, or they had to rush to their spouse's side, or their significant other, or whatever the case may be. We never know. So we have to try to temper our anger. And so that poem was written by, that story was written by Alan Wallace. And it says, we can open the door to wisdom and compassion. So that's what we need to do. We need to open our door up to wisdom and compassion. So anger can be like a hurricane, and in the eye of the storm there is peace. And therefore, I know I can find the peace and calmness in my turbulence in my own life by just going within. So we know that anger is normal and it's a human experience. And expressing our anger, it is healthy for us because we can recognize it, identify it, and then move away from it and move into a place of more peace, like the peace that passes understanding. So what I witnessed here at this center on Friday was we moved ourselves from the idea of war, even though we know it's going on, to the idea of celebration. And so what we had here, right here in this space, was a celebration for unity for the Ukraine. And I'm going to ask Gilman to stand. You don't have to come up, Gilman. Just stand up. I just want to applaud you for putting that together. And it was a beautiful evening with music, and there was a young lady on a harmonica, and she was excellent, and there's a person that did some Johnny Cash music, and Gilman did some folk music. Just a beautiful evening. Beautiful evening. And we raised over $900 for the Women of Faith organization. Don't have the final count yet because there may be some donations still coming in on Facebook, but it was a really lovely evening. So what I witnessed there is in the midst of a storm, we can find peace. We can find joy. We can give back. We can look out for our community. Jean always talks about service. We can give service to move ourselves from where we are to where we want to be. We can see the beauty in others. We can support ladies that are looking for housing and move them off the street into our back area, our women's safe shelter. So I'm going to give Ed a hand for being the genius behind that. Thank you, Ed. And cultivating that and putting that together, and just being so diligent in finding a place and making sure the space and the volunteers are all in place so we can move ourselves from maybe anger with something that's going on to a place of service, a place of love, a place of peace. So Ernest M. Holmes in The Science of Mind tests us, we must realize the universe, the spiritual universal the spiritual universe, regardless of any conditions which appear, if we are to embody the greatest good, disregarding all evidence to the contrary, as students of truth, we must maintain that we live in a perfect universe and among people potentially perfect. We see the God in all. When we say potentially perfect, we know that we all have to do our work. We all have to do our spiritual work. So Jennifer Hadley, she has a blog that's called Your Daily Shot of Spiritual Espresso. She says for herself, the anger she felt propelled her to find a spiritual solution, and that led to the best part of her life. Isn't that beautiful? So I know sometimes we let fear get in the way. But what's on the other side of that fear is beauty. What's on the other side? What's in the midst of that hurricane, that storm of the emotions that's going on in your body is peace, is calm, it's the knowingness of God. It is all that. It is all that. It is good. It is beautiful. So we step into that and we seize control and seize the day. So get grounded and centered in your life. So use meditation, and beautiful meditation that Frankie gave this morning. You can go within yourself at home, and I encourage you to do that. Focus on your breathing and calming yourself down. Use mantras if you need to use mantras. You know, self-care is really big now. Use your self-care. Maybe light some lavender in your room and, just use some things that's going to help you to get there, to get in the center. So finding the peace in the midst of chaos. So I go back to what Frankie talked about this morning. And it is in the Science of Mind text. And I'm going to just read a little snippet of you. I won't read the whole thing because you've already heard it. So finding that peace within, and Ernest Holmes invites us in the textbook, is peace be unto thee, stranger. Peace be unto thee, stranger. Enter and be not afraid. There is room in my house for all. Sit, rest, and refresh your soul. And so it is. Before you play, Elle, I want to do the affirmation. So the affirmation, I will read it, and then I will read it again, and then I will ask you to say it with me. So the affirmation for the day is, at the center of anger is peace and calm. At the center of anger is peace and calm. And so it is.
It is. Thank you, Sonja.
Welcome.
This song is sort of the diametric opposite of the other songs that I've played today, but I think it has a certain resonance for us. The folks that come to these places, like myself, like yourselves, either are in the process, or I think we're probably always in the process, of doing the hard work of finding out about ourselves, about the universe, about our place in it. I know the folks who go through the practitioner training really dig down deep. So if you've done it, you know that. Or go through the foundations class. And do you ever run into someone who treats that your use of incense or crystals or mantras or any of that kind of airy-fairy weirdo stuff with, maybe they mock you? Yes, you've all been mocked, I think probably yes. Or Or they say, yeah, baby, peace and love, with a sense of sarcasm or irony, right? And what do you do, right? What do you do with that? Sometimes you want to go along to get along. We've all been taught that, I think. But at the same time, aren't they being hurtful? Doesn't that sting a little bit when they do that? Because you know the hard work you've done, maybe you're right in the middle of. I think that's where this song comes from. As I walk through this world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope lost? Why is there pain and hatred and misery? Whoa, whoa. And each time I feel like this inside, there's one thing I want to know. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Oh, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? As I walk on with a troubled mind, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. Yes, it does. So where are the strong? And who can be trusted? And where is the harmony, sweet harmony? Each time I feel it slipping away, it just makes me want to cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Whoa, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? As I walk on with that troubled mind, my spirit gets so downhearted sometimes. Oh, doesn't yours? Where are the strong? And who can be trusted? And where is the harmony, sweet harmony? Each time I feel it slipping away, it just makes me want to cry. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Whoa, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Whoa, what's so funny about peace, love, and understanding?
I am Eileen. I am the announcer who passes comprehension understanding. I did forget my crystals today, so I may not be functioning at my peak level.
Yes, exactly.
I am also known as, and you all know this, sugar and spice and everything nice. Is that right? Is that right? I said, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, we've got some wonderful things to share with you today, and I'm going to start right off with donate a meal for the women's shelter. Right back there, we're going to be needing meals for them. CSL Redlands Women's Shelter needs your help. Using Take Them a Meal. Take Them a Meal. You can easily sign up for a time slot to provide dinner, which would be at 6:30 5:30 p.m. for 4 women, maybe 5. The numbers may change accordingly. You would like to check in on that. To sign up, go to takethemeal.com/YEPS1357. I certainly will. takethemeal.com/YEPS1357. There you go. And it's easy to do, just takes a minute. Deliver meals to 602 Church Street. That's where we are right here in Redlands, 92374. Dinner meals for 5 women. That would be great. Okay, and deliver between 6:30 and 7 p.m. The hall, they're going to go to the hall back here, and the door on the parking lot side is where they're going to be delivered. We also are needing some volunteers to be at the shelter. Volunteers for the women's shelter. The first shift would be from 7 p.m. to 1 p.m. And then the next shift is from 1 a.m. Oh, no, let's get this right. 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. That's very early in the morning. And the second one is 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. Couples are okay, which would make that okay there. And you can sign up at shelter@cslredlands.org. shelter@cslredlands.org. CSL Redlands Spiritual Living Circle. The Spiritual Living Circle will meet on Monday, June 20th from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. June's discussion will be facilitated by Eileen Swenson. She's got something really incredible planned. You got to be there. You're going to love it, absolutely love it. The Spiritual Living Circle meets on the 3rd Monday of each month. Join the lively and inspirational group discussion using articles from Science of Mind magazine. Each participant will receive a 6-month subscription. All additional materials will be provided. Love donations are accepted at every meeting. And to sign up, text or call Shannon Collins right there, or Sonja, or Eileen, or anybody that's around. Not somebody from out on the street, though. That wouldn't work. CSL Redlands has its own YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our channel. Oh boy, we've got good. This is our own channel now. It's our very own. It doesn't belong to anybody else. If you enjoy our teaching and our services, ask your family and friends to subscribe, and you can do that at youtube.com/CSL Redlands. Redlands Festival of Arts is coming up Saturday, May 28th in Smiley Park, and our very own Gilman will be performing there from noon to 1 p.m. This is a great event. It's a great event. You're just going to love it. All kinds of artistry is on view there, and you're going to enjoy it, and you're especially going to enjoy noon to 1 p.m. when we can see Gilman there. Saturday. Did I say Friday or December something? Or okay. Is that next Saturday? That is May 28th. That is next Saturday. Absolutely. So get ready. Coffee and snacks are being served after Sunday service. We need everybody's participation. Please bring 1 dessert item or some delicious veggies to share after the service. Everybody can share in this, and it would be nice that we don't just really rely on, maybe 2-3 people to bring snacks. Everybody can bring a snack. Join in. Potluck Sunday, of course, is the first Sunday of every month, and June 5th is the next one coming up. The theme is Here Comes the Sun, and this one will be soup, salad, and assorted bread. So please bring your favorite soup, bread, or your favorite salad to share with others. The Divine Feminine Circle meets in person on Monday, June 6th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., and it is lovingly facilitated by licensed CSL practitioner Susie Ammons and Barbara Jean Yankee. He knows her. So he can speak up for her. He knows her. He can vouch.
I met her.
Yeah, he has. And we have to name our hall back here. We have to name it. We've got a box up there and some slips of papers. We do have a few suggestions now, but get your thinking caps on. We need a really good name for that hall. And, I'm sorry?
I think it should be called Prince Hall.
Who? Prince Hall. Prince Hall.
Maybe it should be called Prince.
That's a good one.
Okay, if you guys don't speak up,
Maybe,
a banner's going up with a crown on it.
Prince Hall.
Prince
Okay.
Hall.
Nothing
I
wrong
like
with Eileen's Hall, but you know,
I like Monty Hall.
it's fine.
You like Monty Hall?
Okay, calling all members, we need loving, creative individuals with a heart for sacred service for the following tasks and committees. And that would be Kitchenette Angels, the Beautification Committee, Event Planning Committee, and Wall of Inspiration and Art Gallery. And if you are interested, and you really should be interested, because these are good things that it's good service to our center. There are sign-up sheets right back there on that table for all 4 of those categories. Now we have tons, I say tons, of ginger back there. It was donated to our center, and you can just go and grab as many of those little wonderful ginger things as you want. And, you know, take a bunch of them, because there's nothing like really good ginger tea, and you often want to have as much as you can on hand. Coming soon, CSL Redlands midweek Zoom service, monthly drum circle, spiritual book study group, monthly visioning group, spiritual cinema circle, game night, CSL Redlands camping and hiking group. And if you have an idea for a group that wasn't mentioned here, please make an appointment with Sonja Prince, the owner of that hall back there. Special thanks for joining us this morning here in our sanctuary. We just love seeing you all here. And we also appreciate all of you who have connected with us via YouTube or Facebook Live. YouTube, you can continue subscribing. That's the word. It wasn't easy, but that's the word. You can continue subscribing to that. And we would love to know in the chat part there who you are and where you are listening from. Now let's remember something very important. You are magnificent and you are loved as you are. And right where you are, God is.
God is.
Now make it a beautiful week.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. She's magnificent. You know, I come in here on Wednesdays and she has bird song, tweet, 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 playing, and puts me in a good mood. Birds put you in a good mood too. So now it's time for our conscious giving. Now it's time for our conscious giving. I invite you to take your Okay, sorry about that. Oh, come forward. Look how handsome they are. I'm flanked. These are my protectors. So now it's time for our conscious giving. I invite you to consider that the same portal from which we give from is indeed the same portal from which we receive. Let's expand into being bigger and bolder givers, as well as bigger and bolder receivers. So join me by placing your tithe, gifts, and offering over your heart as we affirm together. I'll read a line, then I ask you to repeat it. From the love of pure spirit within me.
From the love of pure spirit within me.
I bless this gift.
I bless this gift.
I send it forth to heal.
I send it forth to heal.
And bless and prosper.
And bless and prosper.
It is evidence of my faith.
It is evidence of my faith.
And my belief.
And my belief.
It does great works in the world.
It does great works in the world.
And it returns to me.
Returns to me.
Multiplied abundantly.
Multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. So grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. So grateful. I am so blessed. You can sing it with me. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
bless these gifts and these tithes and offering, knowing that they are sufficient to cover the needs of CSL Redlands, which is a successful idea in the mind of God. How good it is to speak this word and know this truth now. And together we say, and so it is. And now I'll ask the assistance of our practitioners to just flank the area. These are our beautiful practitioners. If you need any type of prayer, they'll be available after the service. And then if you need more extensive prayer, then they are available for a fee for service, not a paid. So I ask you to just join me in consciousness. Join me in consciousness, please. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your outer eye, but open that inner eye. And we know, and we know that we know. And know with me that there is one Spirit, holy and loving. And it is with me always and forever. It is eternal. It is the very breath that I breathe. I know that it lives, moves, and has its being in and through me in all of my affairs. I know that it's magnificent, it's loving, it's giving. And as I know that for me, I know it for you. It is your very breath, that breath of life. There is no separation, never has been, never will be. And so just as we have looked into the eye of the storm today in our lives, and we have found that there is peace, the peace and love of God that passes all understanding right in the midst of everything. Any turbulence in your life, there is God. The living Spirit Almighty. And so I bless this service today and each and every one of you there that is here in person, here on Facebook Live and on our YouTube channel. You are blessed. And isn't it just wonderful to know that? So just know with me that love and presence of God that you are. That means that within you, there is already peace. There is already love, perfect health, wholeness. That is already abundance. And so I recognize it for you today. And I invite you to recognize it for yourself. That same God that spoke its word into this beautiful world and created all the mountains and the valleys and the oceans, you and all the animals and minerals and everything, is eternal. So I just bless this service and everyone who has poured themselves into it. I bless all of you. As we move from this place, we go in joy, we go in gladness, we go in peace, and we go in love. And so it is.
Nice.
Thank you.
I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. Then I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Why did it take so many years? Now I'm walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation's gone away. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. How about you? I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. Walking with my eyes wide open, wide open, wide open, wide open.
So I want to say a few things. Next week, I'll be representing CSL Redlands at a camp sponsored by CSL Redondo Beach in Lake Arrowhead. It's a retreat with classes, and I'll be learning all kinds of stuff. I'll bring back, try it on for size. So Caitlin will be here, Reverend Caitlin O'Connell. So please come out and support her. It's her first time stepping up here on this stage. She's a member of our center as a practitioner. So please come out and support her. And then also, guess who has a birthday on Wednesday? Ed! Happy birthday, Ed! See, we may not see him, so you have any birthday music? So come on.
Happy birthday
Ed, come up.
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Edward. Happy birthday to you. Anyway, happy birthday, Ed. There is a ice cream cake back there for you, so we can all share in. Did you want to say something?
No,
Oh,
I'm 46.
he's 46 on Wednesday. Yay! Thank you. All right, you guys can. Service is over. Snack time.